one of the issues we were running into last month is we had just too many unqualified people on the demo calendar from ads.
Have you guys defined what unqualified means? Financial readiness? What do you guys would say? Do you have a hard and fast rule for unqualified?
Yes. So basically, the person has to already have a clearly defined message and talk in their speaking business. They can't be thinking about speaking. They already have a message and they're running a speaking business. In terms of the financial qualifications, there's not a hard rule because sometimes we get people that are absolute experts at what they do, but they have a clear message, clear talk, but they don't have a lot of speaking revenue yet. And other people, they're making 10, 20K a month. And so it's hard to say. We've had a lot of closes that came through from people that have no speaking income, but they're an expert, and people that they're making a good amount in their speaking business as well. What happened last month as well is because there was a lot of unqualified people, like the routing wasn't working and people were relying on applications and stuff. We got to a point where I looked back at the data and almost, I think 18 of the last 20 closes all went to a setter first. And because there's no VSL or pre-content beef, we have obviously like when people book a demo, they get content before and stuff like that. But they just kind of come to the DMs, fill out an application, and they're on a call. And we found that about 18 out of the 20 last closes went to a setter. So what I ended up testing is like, what if we just sent everybody to a setter first? And so currently for the DM funnel specifically, it's set up right now to where every single person is going to an intro call first. But with the VSL funnel, I want to get back to the conditional routing to where some people, bucket A is disqualified completely. Bucket B, they get moved to a setter. Bucket C, they are a closer. So I'm kind of running an analysis right now on all of the applications and the booking volume and the show rate for each question, trying to figure out what the best logic is. But it is a bit sporadic. And so there's a lot of people that I would quote unquote disqualify that actually close based off the application question. So maybe I need better application questions or another question.
Yeah, and that's exactly one of the first things that we do with clients, and I recommend people do is look at show rates as well as close rate as well as revenue per close or cash per close. Take those metrics and cross-reference them with the calls that you have booked. And then you'll be able to pretty much be able to pull out what questions you should be asking, as well as who should be getting on a 1-call close, who should be getting on a 2-call close, et cetera, et cetera. In my personal experience, this is a little bit contradictory to what a lot of other people believe, but I think using setters for inbound calls is a waste of a setter's skill set, in my personal opinion. The fact that the setters are leading to the majority of your closes for inbound messages just means that the person's not being warmed up enough before they're getting on that call. So whether it was a setter or a salesperson or their setter is being replaced with a video sales letter, it doesn't actually matter. The first principles basis is they just need more exposure from you before they're willing to move forward. And obviously a video sales letter page and a funnel is going to be hyper scalable versus having to hire setters every single time. Also, you obviously have the drop off between a setter call and then getting them on the sales call itself. And then also there's an opportunity cost of using setters for inbound. So in my opinion, setters should be purely doing things that nobody else can do, that setters can only do, which is outbounding apps, or eventually if you guys have an opt-in first or in the DMs, your messages there, they could be messaging those people and try to reignite those people, or hitting your CRM. If you guys are doing 110, 120K a month, you probably have a decent CRM of people that said yes, ghosted you, no-showed the first call, whatever else it is, and they can be running through that. And that depending on how many setters you have, you could have a setter book 5 to 10 calls a week just from the CRM itself, which could be meaningful for you guys and for your return on ad spend. Two of the first moves I'd immediately make is exactly what you're doing, an analysis of what does it mean when this person fills out these answers, and are there any trends inside of it? And that'll let you know, should you be adding questions? Should you be removing questions? Like it's hard for me to believe that the financial questions don't have some of an impact on some of those numbers there. So I would be curious what that looks like. And then the second part of it would be, I would be trying to move to the video sales letter funnel and move to a 1-call close. And we can actually look at your application and your booking page in a minute here. But another part of this that might be why your closers are not closing, all of them are coming from the setters first. It could be a function of the video sales letter, but it can also be a function of your sales script and your sales process. If the sales script is really mostly built around the 2-call close process, then it's going to be obviously harder to send them straight to the 1-call close process. So we might also have to talk about adjusting the sales script itself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you want my help installing any of these systems in your business done for you, be sure to book a call with my team down below.